that someone who is emotionally stable and healthy, has healthy relationships, hasn't been, hurt or abused, or doesn't have divorces under their belt and all these emotional scars and damage, they're more confident, they're less easy to pull the wool over their eye. Look, she's nodding. And this is the difference between what I wouldn't call what Andrew was saying earlier about engineers or IT people being wise. That's not the same at all. Intelligence, and wisdom and degrees are all different, right? But life experience, you see her nodding when I'm saying this, when you are healthy and stable and strong, you are much less likely to be taken advantage of because you don't have these needs.
So you think you're
wait, you don't have these needs and insecurities and all these issues that are plaguing your mind and your thoughts, filtering through everything coming into your brain. All right? You have more stability and groundedness in yourself, and you understand, you can see it more.
I'd argue the same thing at the opposite point.
Okay, well, and that's fine.
That's
and we
what
can agree to disagree on that, but here's the issue is that you seem to be getting so angry and upset, and I don't understand why. So, is there something else to it? Because he literally said that women who are younger have less baggage. That is a fact. There's nothing wrong with that statement. And in my mind, I was thinking, well, that's true of just people in general. And then immediately he said, well, that's true for men too. And there's nothing wrong with that. The older you live, the more people that die. In my late 20s, I had 5 people in my immediate family pass away. Do you think that was not baggage going into my 30s? That made it hard in relationships? That was brutal. At 25, I didn't have any of that. So that right there, to me, proves what he said. But he was listing things like body counts going up, people might have STDs, they got kids by different daddies, all these different things. They might have been assaulted, a million things bad can happen in life in a decade of living, and so, good things too.
Are you discounting being a human and having a human experience as worthy?
I never said anybody wasn't worthy.
Okay, but
I'm saying I understand his point, which was it's simpler. It's easier. It's
Augmented
simpler.
Autist donated $200. Here's a comment. Redhead retard, you are not intellectually nuanced by being intentionally evasive. You are broadcasting your inability to grasp basic concepts and arguments. Common sense eludes you.
Thank you, Augmented. Appreciate it. Did you want to finish off?
I would love to. It's not about valuations on the life experiences, because guess what? I grew as a person. I grew as a woman. I have a lot of experiences that have translated into wisdom that I can impart to all my stepkids. I've got 5 stepchildren. I've got 3 step-grandchildren. I have 2 teenage daughters, and I am there to share my life experiences. And the wise person is going to learn from other people's mistakes and bad experiences. A smart person will learn from their own, right? But a wise person is going to learn from other people's and not have to experience it. And God willing, nothing bad ever happened to you. But the longer you live, the more people you're going to know who pass away. That's what this tattoo is for here, is one of my girlfriends. And it's just a fact of life, It's so much harder to date when you have children and co-parenting and all of those things. And the older you get and your beauty is going down, you have to have a lot of resilience. You have to have wisdom and character and fun, amazing personality. But you know what? At the end of the day, in the beginning of the day, what are men attracted to? He's not saying that he wouldn't choose somebody as a wife unless they were 25 and unless they had no baggage. He's just saying that's what men are attracted to because it's easy, it's simple. And I have to agree, based on the men I've known in my life, that that's what they would go for if everything's equal. I'll take the chick that's not got all the baggage just because it's simple.
Yeah. And a lot of my
I feel like
married,
that's discounting your own self, though. Like, how
I'm not discounting myself at all.
No,
but how can you say that? Like,
but it's because
not at all.
A lot of my guy friends that have already been married or have a child, they prefer being with younger women because it's so much easier.
Just simple.
I mean, it's not as complicated because when you have children, when you have families, when you've lived a bit and experienced hardships or challenges, it is exhausting, right? But when you're with someone young, you feel more youthful. You feel like, oh my God, this is like, I get to have fun again.
They don't have to deal with the hard realities,
And I don't want to date a man that has baggage, like an older man that has hasn't dealt with their exes, hasn't dealt with like good parenting. Like, I'm not attracted to those things either. So I can see Brian's point of view of wanting to be attracted and date someone younger because
if they can,
if you can. But it's also because it's just a few moments of just enjoying life. And sometimes younger people enjoy life a little bit better than someone older because older, you're dealing with so much crap.
It's hard adulting, man. Yeah. It is so hard adulting.
And it's nice to actually, I mean, let's enjoy this moment of us being here together because life is short. You can be friends with someone one day and then they're like, dead.
That's so hard.
Thanks for the music, Andrew.
And I can say this, like, the vast majority.
We love you too.
The vast majority of 40-year-old men have no chance getting a girl in college.
That's
getting
true.
A 21-year-old, no chance. But I mean, look, anyways, we already had the conversation. I want to get around to everybody, but first I got to read 2 chats. Morgan, can you read this one, please?
Follow up to the hair question. If men that like hairless women are PDF files, why do you shave? Are you trying to attract PDF files? How many hairy armpits are on the panel tonight?
Gotcha, bitch.
I was going to say that my grandmother told me that after World War II, all the soldiers came back from Europe, and that's when they wanted the women to start shaving their legs and shaving their armpits because the sex workers in France had shaved. Yeah, and so that's where that came back over to the U.S. and was.
I thought they were hairy there.
W French sex workers.
It was
I thought the French workers were hairy.
The French sex workers.
W French prostitutes. Wait, so going around this, do you shave your legs? I guess.
Yeah.
Or armpits.
Armpits?
I thought it's armpits.
Yeah, armpits.
Yes.
That's disgusting. You guys are all disgusting.
Whoa.
Trying to attract these PDF files.
I'm not showing my armpits.
Brian,
You're playing into it.
agree?
You guys are playing into this perverse
Hold up. I don't get how you
societal
can't agree, though, on that. Like, that's
correlate. What?
I don't get how you can't agree that that's like very obvious in society.
What's up?
I'm joking with you. It's not really very obvious to me.
Can you read this one, Morgan?
I'm a 35-year-old woman, and you young girls really need to take a note from your elders. Brian would and should date someone at 20 over me at 35. Stop taking things so personally. You're only 24.
I'm not taking it personally. I don't give a shit.
She don't. You kind of give a shit. I mean, like those.
I mean, I give a shit right now.
To rage quit 5 minutes ago. What are you talking about?
You were about to walk out of here.
Hold up.
You're like, I'm gonna walk out of here.
I got heated for the moment.
It's good.
But when I'm not here, I don't think about any of this.
Same here.
Which is interesting. So I give a shit for that moment. But besides that moment, I don't care because, like, I honestly am like.
Did we bring you down from the higher plane of consciousness?
No, I brought
Are you
up.
sure?
I brought
we brought you down
Andrew.
from
I brought you up with me. You can't deny that.
Consciousness to the 4th dimensional.
Yo, Andrew, you know I brought you up with me. You can't deny that. You too, Brian.
Yeah, I feel it.
There you go.
You feel it?
Personally, I'm glad
chakra.
You stayed.
Open.
My
I was just
esotericism is at a plus 10 right now. That's for sure.
My heart chakra opened. Okay, we're gonna finally. This must be 3 hours later.
I feel like how can you relate then if you want to date someone that's younger though? Like I'm still stuck on this.
All right,
how can you relate to
I'll
that
engage
person?
there really quick, but I do have to move it on. So you mean like if I was dating a 25-year-old, how would I relate
and their
to
experiences,
them?
like say they haven't really been through a big loss. How can you like help that person through
but
life too?
Whoever said that I'm desirous of dating a partner who's had losses in their
No, I
life.
said experience, like baggage and trauma.
Wait, but I just told
type
you I
stuff.
don't like that. So wouldn't it like?
I said, how can you not like? No, I said, how can you not? If
How
you're
can I not what?
if you're gonna date someone who's around 25 and hasn't been through stuff like that, how can you?